And we're back to learning Inkscape, and this time I'm going to show you how to create an alluvial plot. I'm just going to go over the basics, otherwise this would be an hour-long video. I've got the snapping enabled and I'll keep the defaults, and that's already enough. We only need the Bezier tool at first. Just left click, drag, and then left click again. And you get this typical S-curve. You can adjust it with the nodes tool. Just click on the center position and use the handles. Maybe something like this is a good starting point. Let me size that down holding Shift and Control. Now press Ctrl D to copy it, and I'll Control when I drag the copy upwards. Now use the Bezier tool again, and the snapping helps. And finding these two end nodes. I deselect it temporarily, pressing S and then B to select it again. Now we can use this bucket tool. You can see the fill up here, it's red. Just click on the swatch that you want to change it. I'll just use blue in this case, and then left click on your shape. And you already have your first flow. So this would be a flow from A to B where A and B are equal. You can now create these typical indicators on the left and right hand side. You can use the Bezier tool. And then the nodes tool. I'll just use the rectangle tool directly. That's in most cases easier, so let me do that instead. I'll delete this one. And I use the rectangle, it snaps to the first position. Now click on the blue shape, I saw a flow, and then use the nodes tool. And the snapping once more helps us in finding the correct position. Readjust the handles if necessary. Do that at the top and the bottom. Let me make this rectangle white. I'll give it a black stroke, so I'll hold Shift and click on the black color, swatch. And now I'll press T for the type tool. And I type in some random value, so let me just call that 50 million. Size it down holding Shift and Control. Now hold Shift and click on our rectangle object, align and distribute, and I put it to the center with these alignment functions. You can select it, Ctrl D to copy it, and then put it to the other side. And again, the snapping helps, but we may have to readjust these nodes a little bit and the handles, so use the nodes tool. Do that on top and bottom once more. So that would be the first flow where A and B are equal. Now let's say we've got a split flow, so from A to B and C. Just copy this line like so. So one is in center. I'll put the other one on top again. And now I'll copy the one in center once more. Press the Ctrl D. And I use the nodes tool. Just click on this node on the right hand side and hold Ctrl when you drag it downwards. And now we've got two shapes, and we can use this bucket tool again. Click on it, it's bluish, and you can change the color if you want to, but I'll just stick to blue. If you want to get rid of the black stroke, let me select this one at the bottom first and I'll put it aside. I'll select the rest, then I'll hold Shift and click on the X. So you can see we now have to reposition this a little bit. Just use the nodes tool for it, click on the bottom node and hold Ctrl when you drag it downwards. So just like this, and now we have this split flow. And once again, you can use the rectangle that we've already created. Select it, Ctrl D, reposition it, and then readjust the nodes using this node tool. And do that again on the right hand side. And this is how you can create these plots. So they have the basic flows and the split flows, and just use different S-curves in the beginning to show different splits and different angles. But the process is the same for all of these flows. If there are still questions, just let me know in the comments below. But these are the basics of creating these alluvial plots in Inkscape. I hope this video was helpful, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.